Welcome back. My name is Shyam and I am here to manage your money and grow your wealth. So today we're gonna talk about buying versus leasing a car. So buying a car is very prestigious dream. It's very prestigious and wonderful experience in the life. So it is one of the milestone that you will achieve buying a car. So owning a car and buying a car is very one of the dream that everyone see in his or her life. So one question always hear from the people: buying a car or leasing a car, which is financially beneficial for you? So I'm gonna talk about how the buying a car or leasing a car, and each pros and cons. Leasing the car, its pros and cons, and buying the car, pros and cons. So in this way, you can make a valuable decision according to your financial status and your the preferability whether you want to buy a car or lease a car. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and like the video. So now let's get started. So I will divide the leasing a car and buying a car. Then I gonna talk about the leasing cars. What is the leasing cars and what is the buying cars? So first talk about leasing a car. So what is the leasing a car? So leasing a car, once you go to the showroom, you will get the vehicle, but you are not the owner of the vehicle. So instead, you pay a less amount, and the you will make a bond. Like bond is means you can make an agreement that the lease lease is a specially term called as the agreement. So when you take a lease a car, you will bind to the bond. So how much terms you will bind the terms that how much period of time you will use this car. So for example, the term might be for 3 years. So when you lease the car, then for the 3 years or 2 years, according to the leasing period, you will use that car. But there are the benefit of or there are the some restrictions when you lease the car. You will have the restriction on the mileage. So there is a predefined mileage for every month. So in the month you will exceed the mileage, or in a particular year you will exceed the 10,000 or 15,000 mileage, then you will need to pay the premium. So there is a restriction when you lease the car. But leasing car, one of the benefit here is that you need not to pay as much more amount of cash. You will pay the less amount of cash and you will own your expensive and luxurious car. So this is one of the benefit of leasing a car. So leasing means you need to pay monthly payments for your car. So if you lease the car, then you need to pay the monthly payments for your using that car. But you need to satisfy for your purpose of leasing the car. So for that, for what the leasing is, the car is beneficial. So if you do not want to drive long miles, so if you travel within the city, you do not have the long run, and you want to you have a dream to purchase a car, but you are running out of the cash, then yes, leasing is very most affordable option for you. So you can buy the expensive car in a leasing with the less price. So the expensive car that you cannot afford, that car you can use and you can fulfill your dream. So what you can do, you can just pay the small amount to the dealers and you can lease the car for the 2 to 3 years. And yes, as compared to the owning the car, the mortgage is very less. As we buy the car, as we own the car, buying the car requires you to take a loan, and the loan amount, the EMI is very huge. So as compared to the EMI, the lease amount is very less. So you can manage your monthly spending very easily, and you can have, on the top of that, you can have your car dream. So just I'm gonna talk about the buying a car pros. What is the pros or the benefit of buying the car? So first one is lower payments. So as I explained, you need to pay a low amount of cash initially, and you can take out your car. So this payment is very less as compared to your buying. So the less payment you pay, and you will take an expensive car. So there is no limit on the amount that if you want to buy the fancy and expensive car, then you need to pay the more lease. It is totally wrong. You need to pay very less amount to buy the expensive car. So that is the lower payment you can just required to pay in order to take the car from the dealer. The second one is less money down. So the monthly payment that you need to pay is very less. So in order to budget your monthly expenses, you can easily manage your monthly budget, and it will not get out it will not take your cash from your spending, from your savings. So you can save as much as possible. So in your monthly spending, a very small chunk of money you need to pay in the lease, so it will not affect your overall budgeting life. So you can manage your month very easily if no matter what amount of pay you are getting. But if you want to lease the car, then I think it is very manageable chunks that you can manage your months very easily, and on the top of that you can have your dream of the car that will come true. So this is the less down payments that you need to require to pay when you lease the car. Third benefit is manufacturer's warranty and option. So it is not in the case of when you buy the car. Once you buy the car and pay the money, then there is no warranty. It is solely your responsibility. If any spare parts or any crash or dents happen, then the owner is the responsible. But in case of the leasing the car, the dealer give you the warranty and guarantee. If you lease the car for the 3 years, or within the 3 years, if any parts wear or tear or any dents, then you can get warranty and guarantee without paying extra penny for you. So this is one of the benefit while you lease the car. So there are some drawbacks or disadvantages that's called as cons. So what are the disadvantages of leasing the car? So I will discuss one by one. So first one is the mileage restrictions. So as I explained, leasing a car need restrictions. It will not fully control. Your car is not fully in your control. You have the restrictions on the mileage. So probably on the yearly lease, there is a restriction on the 10,000 to 15,000 mileage that you can use in a year. So that restrictions you will have, you will not control in your car. If you are exceeding that restrictions, then you need to pay the premium. That will be the extra cost for you. So this is the mileage restrictions. So yeah, if you are living in the city and your mileage will be less, your daily running, your highway mileage is very less, you frequently not drive long hour, then the leasing will be very best option for you, because you just go on the shopping or the picnic or the nearby places, then it might be affordable for you. But if you run on the long highway, then leasing might be not beneficial for you. So second one is additional cost. So there is additional cost, like if the any maintenance, if any maintenance charges, or the additional cost like any wear part, if any parts break down or if any parts fail, then the dealer will take the charges from you. So there is a difference between the parts and warranty. Parts and warranty applicable to the specific parts only, like engine or some natural occurrences, but the dealer will check out whether it is accidental or it's your fault. If it is your fault, then you will need to pay the additional cost. So that is the burden in case of the leasing. So it is one of the disadvantages. Then you won't own it at the end. The leasing is only the owner is others. You are only the user. So you are not the owner in case if you lease the car. So at the end, if the lease is end, then you need to give the car for the owner. You need to return the cars. But if you want to continue the lease, then again you need to establish the monthly payout, and then you can again start your leasing period. But you will never be the owner at the end of the lease. So this is the drawbacks. So when the number of years the cars you purchase, after the end of the lease, you are not finally the owner. But yeah, if you want to own the car, then you need to buy a car. So that is the one of the disadvantages of leasing a car. You will not eventually the owner of the car. So I want to talk about the buying the car. So for who can buy the car? So if you are the person that you want to drive the long run, you drive the long highway, so the buying the car is very, very beneficial option for you instead of leasing. So you need to drive frequently for the long runs, and you want to totally control of on your car. So yeah, I want my car and I want to fully control of my own car. I can do anything. I can run whatever the mileage I want. So there is no matter. So if you want to full the control of your car, then you need to buy the car. So what are the benefit of the buying the cars? So no mileage limits. So one of the benefit is that you do not have the mileage limits. You can drive as long as possible, and you do not have any restrictions. You can buy 15,000, 30,000 annually. So there is no restriction because it is your own car, and no one gonna ask you for the mileage you use, so it is fully in your control. So another benefit is no wear and tear charges. Yeah, so in case of the lease, if the any denting or the wear and tear of the parts, you need to pay the extra money. So in case of the buying a car, if your car has the wear and tear, you do not need to pay the money for the dealer. So this is one of the benefit of the buying the car. Third one is the ability to sell or made in the vehicle. So if you buy the car and suppose if you buy the car on the loan and if you repay your loan, so at the end it's your fully owner of the car. So you can just sell the car. If you want to buy the new car, you can sell your old car or you can trade your car. So it is fully on your control. You have the lot of choices. But in case of leasing, you cannot sell the car because it is the owner is other person. In case of a buying the car, you are the owner. You are fully control. You have the choices. You can sell the car. You can trade the car. So this is one of the benefit for the buying the car. Then we gonna talk about the cons or disadvantages of the buying the car. So first one is higher monthly payments. So as I explained, buying the car required you to pay the highly monthly repayments. If you take a loan, initially you need to pay the huge amount while taking the car loan, and on the top of that you have the highly monthly repayments of EMI you need to pay. So it might collapse your budget. So if you want to stick within the budget and enjoy the benefit of the car, then leasing is the benefit for you. So if your budget is collapsing, then you do not need to consider to buy the car because it takes highly monthly payments from your pocket, and your saving will be dragging out. So this is one of the benefit for the advantage of the higher monthly payment when you buy the car. So second disadvantages is bigger down payments is required. So as I explained, you need to pay initially the higher amount than leasing. Uh, you need to pay the double. You need to pay the 5 times higher cash in a means 50 times higher cash in as compared to lease in the owning the car. So this is very disadvantages. If you are the budget friendly and if you want to buy the car, then this down payment will wipe out your cash. It will drag your saving. So the bigger disadvantages is it has a huge down payment. So it is one of the disadvantages of the owning the car. Then third disadvantages is long-term maintenance cost. So owning the car, you are solely responsible for your car. So if there is any breakdown or any maintenance, you need to pay it. So there is a long-term maintenance cost associated with owning the car. So for the number of years, if you use the car, so for any wheel damage or any engine failure, you are the responsible, and it will pay the penny from your pocket, and it will be one of the disadvantages for the long-term maintenance cost. So it is up to you that if you on your financial choices, if you are the person that you need to drive the long and it will do not collapse your budget, then buying the car is very beneficial for you. And second case, if you are the person that you do not need to drive frequently, but you need to fulfill your owning the car dream, and you do not want to collapse your budget, then leasing the car is very beneficial for you. So take the benefit according to the pros and cons of buying or leasing the cars, and I hopeful that this video help you to make a decision. So thanks for watching.